I write and illustrate children's books. Why I do it? Because I can't see myself doing anything else.
They rode on Venusian coasters. They played on alien shores. They indulged in lavish buffets and took in all the scenic tours.
I love doing what I do. I'm really fortunate that I'm able to do what I do. I always had a love for books growing up. I always liked to draw. So when I started my career, I saw myself as an illustrator primarily. And I pursued that as a child. I was really lucky that I had a good support group from my parents that encouraged me to do that. And then T-Rex has these little baby arms with just two little claws on them. At one point, my mother was working a job, and she was at lunch, and she was talking to one of her co-workers and talking about her kids and saying how I like to draw. And the woman said, well, you know, there's an illustrator who's a nephew of mine. And it just so happened he lived like a mile away from me. His name was Robin Heller. And I started going around the age of 11 every weekend to his studio, and he would give me an assignment. I would come back and I would do it. So essentially, I've been working as an illustrator since I've been 11, and I love it. I absolutely love what I do. I've been fortunate enough to make a living doing it. I also teach now at a couple colleges. I teach at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design and at Moore College of Art and Design, and hopefully I'll be doing this for a very long time.
On the wrong side of the Great Wall, a dino starts to roar. There's a dinosaur bathroom.
For me, libraries are really crucial in my development, not only as an illustrator and author, but just as a person. Again, I'll go back to my childhood. When I was little, we didn't have air conditioning. So a big chunk of my summer was spent hovering around a library because it was air conditioned. And I would spend literally hours in there, 2 or 3 times a week. And to fill that time, obviously, there's tons of books. And I looked at it, and I really fell in love with books during that time period. And I started riding my bike when I got a little bit older, and I was able to get around on myself. I'd still go to the library, and that was I really remember poring over the children's books. I really loved Danny and the Dinosaur. I loved the Berenstain Bears, all that sort of stuff. And then when I got older, I started getting into mysteries and Tarzan, and it was the N.C. Wyeth illustrations and Treasure Island. That pulled me into, and the libraries have always been something that I've enjoyed going to. Once I became an illustrator, I lived in Philadelphia. I went to the University of the Arts, and the main library in Philadelphia is just amazing. And they used to have a print and picture. I don't know if they still do or not. They used to have a print and picture department, which I would go to for visual reference. Prior to the internet days, there wasn't a Google. If I needed a drawing of a milk truck, I would show up at the library and hand them the slip and say milk trucks, and they'd come back with these stacks of photos from the Bulletin and the Inquirer of milk trucks. And it was great. And I loved it. And it was just like another great thing about the libraries. Hurry, don't be slow. Follow me. Come on, let's go. The shadowy figure climbs the hill, getting close and closer still. I think the biggest thing that I get out of these school visits and interacting with children when I present my books is that renewal of that sense of wonder. When you get older, you start taking things for granted, and the pressures of everyday life start to impact on your outlook on things. And then when you see a kid just get like super excited over some stupid story that I wrote, that's like, it's beyond cool. They're all revved up, and it's like just some pages and some pictures with some words on it, and they're all excited about it. And so you can see that I've presented them something they haven't thought about before, and I'm showing them a new world. And that's really the main reason why I do this. I love what I do, but it's mainly when I get that chance to see how someone can enjoy that work, because I felt that when I was a kid. I loved looking at new things. As I said, I haunted the libraries and always was looking for new books. And the reason why is because it was you could escape into this world. You could be somewhere out there than where you are. And for me to have the opportunity to give that to kids, they give back to me more than I give to them. That fuels me and keeps me going. The bear says, "Hey, rabbit, I did it. I caught the sun. Now I can tie him to this tree, and the stream will melt in no time. I can go fishing." Go explore the libraries. Hopefully you check out a book or two of mine, but there's way better books than mine in a library. And libraries are valuable resources in the fact that there's just a wealth of information, and it helps a child learn to read, And if you develop that love of reading, it's going to help you no matter what career you pursue. That the more fluent you are with the printed word, the better off you're going to be, and any career choice you decide to make will be a little bit easier for you.